Standing 6'5", number 8, Zach LaVine.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Inside for him, it's Harris and Durant. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy, and it's Thompson in at the 3. And for Chicago, LaVine and Williams up in the forward positions. Josh Giddey is out there with White, and it's Vucevic in at center. He stands since 2009. The Pistons had just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin, and they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008, and with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
And there's LaVine on the assist from Giddey.
What helps LaVine from mid-range? He gets such great lift off the floor.
Pass to Ivy. Cunningham against White. Cunningham looking it over. 5 to shoot. Shoots over White. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Just showing some grown man strength there. Cunningham gifted at working through the contact.
White bounce pass. Giddey against Ivy. Pass to LaVine. Puts up a deep 3.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. White against Cunningham. Here's Ivy. Buries it from 3-point range.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Williams, a screen on Thompson. For 3, LaVine. Again, LaVine missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the 3-point lane.
Out to Harris. Pass to Thompson. Duran sets the screen for Thompson. And Duran slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. The kick out to Williams. Connects from 3-point range.
Head always on a swivel. LaVine making things happen with his passing.
You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Ball comes in for White. Bulls trail by 4. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Here's Levine. 1:10 left here in the opening quarter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Asar Thompson. Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Donovan.
And he knocks down the first one. And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it, but it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars. Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Ivy, a screen on Ball. Pass to Duran. Ivy with it. Pistons passing it around. Here's Cunningham. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Chicago trailing here. Levine wide open. And again, no good by Chicago.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
I love when Ivy is aggressive on offense because he's so effective playing downhill.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 6.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Well, getting a good offensive player a high percentage look, there's nothing better than that.
Cunningham outside. Sinks the 3-pointer. He has 5.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pistons lead by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
What I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
On the floor for Detroit, The guard pair for him will be Cunningham and Beasley. Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Holland in at the 3 slot. Now here's Levine. Following the miss by Cade Cunningham. On the clock. Levine's shot is off.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks in life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Dosunmu. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Beasley finds Cunningham. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Just a special offensive talent. We don't see guys like Cunningham come through the league that often.
Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
That's good from Cunningham.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham. A talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Now here's Dosunmu. Back to White. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Pistons leading by 4. 1:39 left now here in the second. Duren against Vucevic. Now here's Duren. Not a lot of room. Great D that time from Vucevic. And so White will bring it up for the Bulls. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Levine, the bounce pass. Williams kicks to Levine. Bulls moving the ball around. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
First free throw is good. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group, but it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Now here's Thompson. Hasn't made one yet. To the middle. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Dead Loud fans on the court, your Heights Squad. It's time for T-shirts.
In the audience here tonight, Lil Durk cheering on his Chicago Bulls.
Born in Chicago, Lil Durk is proud to be from here. and he loves watching his Bulls whenever he can.
Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Beasley. Now here's Cunningham. Thompson outside. Now Duran. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over White. Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Out to White. Over Beasley. And again, Chicago. No good. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. The Pistons on top, leading by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. White is out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Levine in at the 3 slot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
It's like Ivy has that sixth sense of where his teammates are on the floor.
Bulls trail by 6. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Now here is Harris, still without a basket. Basket counts, and now an 8-point Detroit lead.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Now, here's Cunningham. After the miss from Vucevic, here's Duran. And Duran slams it in.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, "Can you believe that?"
2 minutes remaining.
So it's the Pistons now. The Bulls knocking down the three, stolen by Levine. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. Pull up Jay. Rebounded by the Pistons. They've led by as much as 10. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success. Very, very... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Bulls trail by 9. Pass to Vucevic. Outside Levine. From outside the arc. And Thompson sends it back. And they get it back. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
That's a jump ball.
Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Ivy. To the paint. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Here's Duran. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Picked by Vucevic. Levine. And the Bulls with another miss. Pistons leading by 11. Ivy on the wing. Guarded by Levine. Giddey against Cunningham. Down low. Here's Duran. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Vucevic to the pass to White. Levine against Thompson. Back to Levine. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point territory. And again, no good by Chicago.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pistons ahead as they end the third quarter on a 12-3 run. And we'll get going after this from United Center. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Pistons, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson and Harris are their forwards, and it's Stewart in at the 5, down low. And stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And boy, it just seems like they are blocking everything. All throughout this game, they have just wreaked havoc defensively.
Here's Dosunmu. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Some changes for Chicago. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Williams comes in for Buzelis. And it's Kobe White in for Lonzo Ball. Duren, he's checked in for the Pistons.
What's up?
The free throw drops for Dosunmu. Stan, I've always admired you come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
It's time to get out for your 3-1-2 throw.
Giddey's checked in for Chicago. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Levine kicks to Williams. They get it back, and it's put back in by Vucevic.
And the instincts on the glass. Love how Vucevic tracks these misses down and then able to convert.
Ivy passes to Cunningham. Duren with the screen on White. Here's Cunningham. Levine with the rebound. Levine's got 4 rebounds in this game.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Giddey. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Giddey's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. They can take their time on this possession.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Personal foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Giddey. Yes, that goes in. Giddey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Harris. Pistons passing it around. Harris a screen on Giddey. Out to Harris. Takes a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Pistons lead by 11.
And really a combo forward with a solid outside touch. Harris is the ideal fit for the modern NBA.
Levine passes to Williams. Levine sets the screen for Williams. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Shot from free throw range. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Harris looking it over. Duran with a screen on Giddey. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Levine can't hit. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Ivy. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll do it, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, we present the player of the game, Cade Cunningham.